Good morning, viewers. Let's have a look at what is in the newspaper headlines today, 28th March 2024. Daily Nation, a nation of bribes. The Standard, civil servants who oil graft monster. The Star, revealed state officers where bribes roads rule. People Daily, a nation of bribes. Daily Nation, a nation of bribes. Graft, there is no free government service in Kenya. Everything has a price. And according to the 23 National Ethics and Corruption Survey, the average size of bribe paid nearly doubles to shillings 11,625 from 6,865 shillings in the previous year, with the usual suspect including counties featuring in the list of shame. That's on page 4 and 5. There is that survey of the system which is deeply corrupted and stinks to the high heavens. On the same paper, there is state withdrawals of fake fertilizer amid outrage. At the bottom there is adios, celebrated TV journalist Rita laid to rest. There is a picture of a safari rally car and says dust, mud, rocks, rain. That's Easter Safari blast off. On education matters, the state releases shillings 30 billion to schools and universities. It goes on to say that funds to cover secondary schools capitation, loans and scholarships for university students. That's on page 3. Alright. The story of Ritanina is on page 2. There is also a story of Susan Waidera, 78. After buying subsidized fertilizer from the Nakuru NCPB depot on February 6. The Standard, civil servants who oil graft monster. Anti-corruption chiefs say the state of the vice has reached alarm levels, with the public servants entrenching bribes for every service rendered, while Kenyans have become used to it, ingraining the vice in Kenya's way of life. That's on page 4. On the top of the paper, there is growing tribute to Rita Tinina in her final journey. That's on page 3. FIFA's ban warning to Kenya. That's on page 4, 6. And then there is at the bottom there is hustlers protest. Nairobi traders unhappy with Ruto's high taxes. It goes on to say that the protest by small-scale traders, which birthed hustler movement and ultimately turned the tide against former President Uhuru Kenyatta and Azimio in Nairobi and Mount Kenya, are now haunting President Ruto's administration after the traders complain against choking punitive taxes from an administration that rode to power on the back of the very people he cherished. He christened hustlers. That's on page 8. 29 safari rally drivers in the safari showdown. Be sure to catch the action on page as the action 24. 2024 World Rally Championship Safari Rally is flagged off today at KICC and thereafter proceed to Kasarani Super Special Stage. Kasarani Super Special Stage, that's on page 47 and 48. The Star revealed how state offices where bribe roads rule. EACC reports show Interior, Health and Transport are the most corrupt ministries. That's on page 4 and 5. There's a picture there of police and NTSA officials remove registrations, how they are manning roads there. On the top there is vroom vroom. It's all system go as focus turns on Easter weekend's iconic Safari Rally. That's on page 32. At the bottom there is Kenya Shan Cancer Test over cost, fee and diagnosis. That's on page 2. There is human trafficking couple to forfeit to high-end cars. That's on page 10. And then there is fake fertilizer farmers fear maize yield could drop. That's on page 23. People Daily, a nation of bribes. Survey reveals most corrupt state agencies, counties and services Kenyans are unlikely to access until they part with cash. That's on page 4. At the top there is ODM asked Jova and Oparanya to go slow. That's on page 6. Machogu, how education money will be distributed. That's on page 2. And then there is MP's demand probe on fake fertilizer. That's all what we have on the news headlines today. Thanks for listening and have a good day.